I think the reason why verb pronomino is such a difficult topic, so tricky for so many students, is because actually there are two topics in one when we talk about verb pronomino. There is the grammar structure itself with the pronoun that you have to know and where to put the words, and you have to also know when to actually use the form, okay? This is what we are going to review today. Salut mon pote, ça va ou quoi? Today, very big, heavy video about les verbes pronominaux. This is about A1, A2 level. This is such a tricky topic. I wanted to do like a new full guide reviewing everything there is to it about verb pronominaux. Quick reminder before we start. As always, I say it every time, but basically learning French will be a lot of this definitely and a lot of this as well, okay? So today we are focusing on this part, but studying verb pronomino in an academic way, like with a notebook and everything, will be absolutely necessary, but not enough for you to know how to use it, okay? So please keep in mind that today we do this full hardcore focus study, but in your French journey, you will also have to spend a lot of time talking to people, listening to French, listening to conversations and everything to get used to using these grammar notions by yourself, okay? For today, if you want to take the best out of this video, please put the video in full screen, prepare like a pen and paper because we're going to do a lot of practice exercises today. No distractions and everything, okay? This is not going to be a fun, entertaining video at all. Honestly, this is going to be heavy and very interesting. Okay? Let's go. C'est parti. First of all, I just want to introduce you to the logic quickly of verb pronomino and then heavy grammar for all the conjugation tense that you may or may not know. If you don't know passé composé yet, which is possible if you're still at a beginner level, no issue, you can just skip the ending of the video. All the rest will still be relevant to you. Okay, c'est parti. Let's try to understand together the logic of what we call verb pronomino. Let's take this very easy sentence. Je lave ma voiture. I wash my car. Okay, like the guy right here, he is washing his car. Quand je dis je lave ma voiture, I can ask the question, je lave quoi? Ma voiture. I think you see me coming. Ma voiture is what we call le COD du verbe laver. It's the COD of the verb laver, right? Because I can ask the question, je lave quoi? Ma voiture. So in a way, ma voiture is like it's the object of the verb laver. All right. Even if you're not so clear about COD, let's keep going. It's not so important right now. So I use this verb lave, okay, which is the regular verb lave, laver. Je lave, tu laves, il lave, nous lavons, etc. Okay? Because I'm just washing something, so I use the normal verb, no issue. Now, let's imagine that I'm not washing my car anymore. I'm washing myself. I'm taking a shower, basically. I'm showering. I'm washing myself. What would I say now? Je lave quoi? In a way, I kind of want to say je lave moi, right? Because I am washing myself, right? But I'm sure you can hear that je lave moi doesn't sound so great. Sounds like, there's something wrong with the sentence. And that's where verb pronomino come into place. The way to say je lave moi will sound like je me lave. Because in French, we decided that when the object of the verb is not an external thing anymore, but it's yourself, you use a special form, which is what we call la forme pronominale, and we use these pronoms, okay, before the verb to know what we are talking about. For example, je me lave, okay, I wash myself, okay, and just like any other pronoun, we always put them before the verb. So, like I said, we add a pronoun before the verb to imply that the action is done to oneself. And there is different pronoun for every different subject, logically, right? These are the pronouns that I'm sure you are already a bit familiar with. Je, me, tu, te, il, elle, on, se, nous, nous, vous, vous, il, elle, se. Okay? We are going to look at a lot of examples. Don't worry about this. Alright? So, what is very interesting is that when I talk about laver, like in the example, je lave ma voiture, I wash my car, I'm talking about the verb laver. But when I wash myself, I have to use this specific form of the verb, la forme pronominale, se laver, where we put the pronoun every time before the verb. I let you pause the video here if you need to understand that these pronouns right here are the same as these ones. This tab right here on the left is really the summary of all the pronouns. And so the structure goes like this: sujet, pronom, verbe. As you will see along the video, we like to keep most of the time the pronoun and the verb together as much as possible. Okay? Just like always with any other pronoun. Alright? Donc, je me lave, tu te laves, il se lave, nous nous lavons, vous vous lavez, il se lave. I know it sounds a bit funny, a bit strange that nous et vous, the pronoun is the same as the sujet, but you know, that's how it is. Nous, nous, vous, vous, that's really the way to pronounce it, really the way to say. So we get this kind of sentences. Je me lave, I wash myself. Okay? Je is the person doing, le sujet. Me is the object of the verb that now looks like a pronoun because it is a verb pronominal. Se laver, je me lave. Alright? One thing that I wanted to show you is that if you are used to using this kind of websites like Conjugueur, like this, you know, these websites where you can type a verb and you get all the different conjugations, well, you will see that, for example, on this one, which is the most common, I think, in France, they propose you to put the pronominal form here. You can actually put it like this. And then here you go. Je me lave, tu te laves, il se lave, etc. So whenever you are going to look for a conjugation, you can always check the pronominal form. Ok? Très bien. On continue. Let's look at examples now. Le verbe appeler. Appeler, which means to call, right? Par exemple, j'appelle ma mère. I call my mom. J'appelle qui? Who am I calling? My mom. So the object of the verb is not myself. The object is my mom. J'appelle ma mère. But now, very interesting, what about I call myself? Well, you know this sentence. I call myself. Je m'appelle. This is a very important and very interesting example because this introduces you to the fact that in French, the verbs, they sometimes change their meaning when they go from regular form to pronominal form. Par exemple, appeler means to call someone, and most of the time it means either to call on the phone or like to scream the name, for example. If you are in the same house but in different rooms, I call like, hey, come here, you know, like I call you like this. This is the verb appeler. But the pronominal form, which is like to call oneself, now you are yourself the object of the verb. And now it means to be named, like to have a name. And this is why one of the first sentences that you have learned in French, je m'appelle, because you are using the pronominal form of s'appeler. So you are using the pronoun me, which, by the way, becomes M apostrophe in front of a vowel. But this one should be obvious to you. All the pronouns all the time, like me, te, se, they get shortened in front of vowels. Okay? Je m'appelle Alexandre. My name is Alexandre. Ok? Deuxième exemple. Le verbe lever. Lever usually means to lift something. Par exemple, tu lèves des poids. Poids in French means weight, like this, like in the gym for example. Donc tu lèves des poids. You are lifting some weights. But now, what about se lever? What about the pronominal form of lever? Then logically, it would mean something like to lift oneself. Like you lift yourself. I lift myself. What does it mean in French? Se lever means to wake up or to get up. Either to get up because I was sitting and now I stand up, either to wake up in the morning. Par exemple, tu te lèves à 9 heures. You wake up at 9 a.m. Okay? Tu te lèves. For every slide, every example, I encourage you to pause the video if you want to check, okay, so this is sujet, this is pronoun, this is really the pronoun for tu, this is the verb, etc. I try to put colors and bold and everything to make it, I try to make it clear for anyone who wants to pause the video, okay? And I try to put small drawings with Canva as well. I hope you enjoy it. Autre exemple. Okay, I told you we were going to look at a lot of examples because I'm really trying to make this as clear and easy to understand as possible. Réveiller means to wake up, right? This verb only means to wake up. Par exemple, elle réveille son fils. She wakes up her son. So that's the mom, for example. She wakes up her son, son fils, in the morning. Now, what about se réveiller, the pronominal form? Then it means something like to wake up yourself. Par exemple, elle se réveille à 9 heures. She wakes up at 9 a.m. Okay? Still following? Alright. Keep going. Rappeler means to call back. This one is a very interesting example. Rappeler usually means to call back. Like for example, nous rappelons notre père. We are calling back our father. It's like we have a missed call from, okay, my father called me and I didn't pick up, so now I have to call him back. Okay? Nous rappelons notre père. Or it can also mean I tell you something to make you remember. So there's the same idea of rappeler, like to give back an information, to give back a call or an information in your mind. What about the pronominal form of rappeler? Se rappeler. Now it becomes to remember. Se rappeler means to remember something. Because it's like I call myself back or I bring back informations to myself. So now it means to remember. Okay? Par exemple, nous nous rappelons notre jeunesse. It's like we remember our youth. Okay? Once again, I let you pause to look at the structure sentence, the sentence structure. Ça va? Habiller means to dress up, to put some clothes on. Par exemple, vous habillez votre bébé. So, this is vous habillez votre bébé. You are dressing up your baby because he's very young, he cannot dress up himself, so the mother is helping him to dress up. But now, what about the pronominal form? S'habiller, well, it just means to dress yourself up. So, par exemple, vous vous habillez. You dress up. You dress up yourself. Okay? Ça va? It's like you are doing the action of dressing up to yourself. Last example. Préparer means to prepare. Okay? Par exemple, ils préparent le dîner. They are preparing the dinner, which means basically they are cooking, you know? Ils préparent le dîner. What about se préparer? No, it means something like to prepare yourself. Well, it's exactly what it means. Se préparer can be used in many contexts as in getting ready for something. I'm getting ready for something. Par exemple, ils se préparent, maybe to do some sport or to run or I don't know, you know. They are warming up. Ils se préparent, they are getting ready. It's like they are preparing themselves. Okay? Très bien. I think that's a lot of examples already. We can do right now a practice exercise. You get the logic, you get the structure. So now I just want you to do this quick exercise. So you can pause the video right here, copy down the whole sentences on your paper or your notebook, and you conjugate the verbs just like we saw. Okay? C'est bon? So I expect you to pause the video, do it before I show you the solution. On regarde. Mon frère, so I've put a lot of drawings in case my idea was that there's one drawing per sentence. So if you want a, a small game at the same time, you can try to identify each drawing is matching what sentence. Okay? Mon frère se lève tous les matins à 7 heures. Je me réveille à 8 heures. Je me lave, je me rase. So, my brother wakes up every morning at 7 a.m. I wake up at 8 a.m. I wash myself, I take a shower, and I shave. Vous vous douchez en premier? Are you showering first? Tu t'appelles Bastien? Are you called Bastien? Is your name Bastien? Ils s'habillent et ils arrivent. So, they are dressing up and they arrive. Nous nous préparons pour ce soir. We are getting ready for tonight. Elle se maquille dans la salle de bain. She's putting some makeup on in the bathroom. Vous vous séparez déjà? Are you already breaking up? Vous vous séparez? You are breaking up. Ok. Ça va? Très bien. Nothing difficult here. No tricks, no trap, nothing. This is exactly the grammar that we have seen here using the pronoun. Okay? And then obviously you have to know how to conjugate the verbs. But honestly, I've been these are only easy verbs, I think. So I've been quite nice with this one. Now, quickly, what would be the grammar for negative sentences? So, we said that the structure was something like this. Sujet, pronom, verbe. Now, remember, I told you that we like to keep the pronoun and the verb together as much as possible. So, just like for regular negative sentences in French, we will just put ne pas on one side and the other of the verb. And in this case, since we have the pronoun, we just put the pronoun and the verb together. So really, nothing difficult at all. Je m'appelle Alexandre. What would become the negative sentence of this? This is the positive sentence. If you apply this structure right here, putting ne pas on one side and the other, what will it sound like? Je ne m'appelle pas Alexandre. My name is not Alexandre. Très bien. Il se prépare. What would be the negative version of this? You can pause the video and think about it. C'est bon? Ils ne se préparent pas. They are not getting ready. Très bien. Right away, that's all there is to it. To me, we can already do another practice exercise. I want you to take these sentences that we've seen before and to turn them into negative sentences. So you convert them to negative. You can pause the video right here and do it. C'est bon? On regarde. Mon frère ne se lève pas tous les matins à 7 heures. My brother doesn't wake up every morning at 7 a.m. Je ne me réveille pas à 8 heures, je ne me lave pas, je ne me rase pas. I do not wake up at 8 a.m., I don't shower and I don't shave. By the way, one of the reasons why I read every sentences one by one is because I'm kind of expecting you to practice reading them after me, okay, to practice pronunciation at the same time. Vous ne vous douchez pas en premier. You are not showering first. Tu ne t'appelles pas Bastien. Your name is not Bastien. Il ne s'habille pas. They are not dressing up. Nous ne nous préparons pas pour ce soir. Sounds very funny, right? Nous ne nous. We are not getting ready for tonight. Elle ne se maquille pas dans la salle de bain. She is not putting makeup in the bathroom. And the last one. Vous ne vous séparez pas. I'm sorry about this gray line here. I tried to remove it, but I don't know how to do. It's really the Canva thing. It's super annoying. Vous ne vous séparez pas. Pardon. You are not breaking up. Très bien. Practice exercise number 3. I want you to answer the questions right here. Tu t'appelles Simon? Non, je... Tu te sens bien? Non, je... Ok. Might look a bit difficult, so you can pause the video here, do the exercise. If you don't really understand what you have to do, we look at the first example together. Tu t'appelles Simon? Non, je ne m'appelle pas Simon. So you answer using the negative form of the sentence avec le verbe pronominal. No, my name is not Simon. And so you have to convert tu into je, right? Because you are answering the question. Elle will remain elle, il will remain il. C'est bon? Did you do the exercise? Let's look at it. Tu te sens bien? Are you feeling good? Non, je ne me sens pas bien. No, I am not feeling good. Elle se souvient de moi? Does she remembers me? Does she remember me? Non, elle ne se souvient pas de toi, right? Does she remember me? No, she doesn't remember you. Elle ne se souvient pas de toi. Tu te rappelles? Do you remember? Non, je ne me rappelle pas. No, I do not remember. Il se lève à 9 heures? Non, il ne se lève pas à 9 heures. Tu te prépares? Non, je ne me prépare pas. Très bien. Ça va? Parfait. Now, I want to look at a special case, which is le futur proche. In your A1 or A2 learning journey, the first way you have learned most probably to speak at the future tense is what we call le futur proche. Okay? When we use le verbe aller to express the future. So it's very interesting, I think, to look, okay, how will it sound like now with verb pronominal? Because verb pronominal, you know, the fact that a verb is pronominal or not doesn't remain in the normal present tense. You can apply this to any kind of tense. It is completely irrelevant to the tense that you are using. Okay? So, you know, what about futur proche? This is a regular futur proche sentence. Donc, je, then you have aller, donc je vais here. Aller plus un verbe à l'infinitif. You know that this structure is expressing the future, right? Je vais laver mon chien. I will wash my dog. In French, we use le verbe aller to express the future. Just like in English, you could say, for example, I am going to wash my dog. But I don't really like this translation. I prefer I will wash my dog. Je vais laver mon chien. No, what about se laver? Do you have an idea? Actually, you can pause the video here, and if you don't know how it will sound like, just try to guess. What will happen if suddenly I use se laver? So, like, I will take a shower, for example. Je vais laver mon chien. I will wash my dog. If I replace laver by se laver, obviously mon chien has to disappear because now I am the object of the verb because I'm using the form pronominal. So how will it sound like? I will wash myself. I will take a shower. Well, it's actually very easy. The structure is exactly the same. Je vais me laver. I keep le verbe à l'infinitif, laver, and I just put the pronom matching the sujet. That's it. Very, very easy. It's actually super logical. Ça va? Je vais me laver. I will wash myself. Tu vas te laver. You will wash yourself. No, looks like I'm washing myself. Il va se laver. he will wash himself. Nous allons nous laver. We will wash ourselves. Vous allez vous laver. You will take a shower. Elles vont se laver. They will take a shower. Ok? Ça va? Very, very easy actually. So, the structure of the future proche remains completely the same. Just happen that now, le verbe à l'infinitif has this pronoun in front of it, matching le sujet. That's it. So, what will a negative sentence look like in this context? Very tricky, right? Not so much actually. Pure logic. We said that this is the way to make negative sentence with verb pronominaux. We have le sujet, then we have this block of pronom et verbe together, and we put ne pas from one side and the other. Par exemple, ils ne se préparent pas, they are not getting ready. Okay? No, what about futur proche? Futur proche, we said that it's sujet, then aller, and then verbe à l'infinitif, which is matching this pronom and verb. So you can see those two structures are very similar, and what we're trying to do is to merge them together. We're trying to have futur proche and negative sentence at the same time. Well, the result is actually quite logical. We will put ne pas from one side and the other of aller. Because we consider that when we talk about futur proche, the conjugated verb is actually aller in this case. The other one is à l'infinitif. So it's something like, it doesn't really count so much anymore. So very easy. We just put a regular futur proche negative sentence with ne pas from one side and the other of aller. And then we have this verb à l'infinitif that we just saw. Okay? It will look like this. I let you pause the video and really get the logic of the sentence. Je ne vais pas me laver. I will not take a shower. Tu ne vas pas te laver. You will not take a shower. Il ne va pas se laver. He will not wash himself. Nous n'allons pas nous laver. We will not wash ourselves. Vous n'allez pas vous laver. You are not washing yourself. Elles ne vont pas se laver. They are not washing themselves. They will not wash themselves, sorry. Ça va? I know it looks a bit tricky here, but I swear by practicing it becomes obvious and like you start to get used to it. We can do a practice exercise right away. Answering the questions, some of them with non, some of them with oui. Par exemple, tu vas te laver? Non. So every question is a verbe pronominal, right? Te laver, se réveiller, vous lever, te raser, te préparer. And every question is futur proche as well. Tu vas, elle va, vous allez, tu vas, tu vas. So I want you to answer these questions. Positif ou négatif, depends. Non, oui, non. Futur proche, verbe pronominaux. You can pause the video here. Do the exercise. C'est bon? On regarde. Tu vas te laver? Are you going to shower? Non, je ne vais pas me laver. No, I am not going to shower. Elle va se réveiller? Will she wake up? Oui, elle va se réveiller. Yes, she will wake up. Vous allez vous lever? Are you going to wake up? Are you going to get up? Non, nous n'allons pas nous lever. No, we are not going to get up. Tu vas te raser? Are you going to shave? Oui, je vais me raser. Yes, I am going to shave. Tu vas te préparer? Are you going to get ready? Will you get ready? Non, je ne vais pas me préparer. No, I am not going to get ready. Ça va? Très bien. Alright, the next and last part of the video will be about passé composé. Okay, this will be our last chapter here. So, if you haven't studied passé composé yet, honestly, you can stop the video here. This will be irrelevant to you because I will not, to watch the rest of the video, you have to be completely clear about what is passé composé because this video is not a reminder on passé composé. So if you're not completely clear about it, you can stop here. That's enough. And I take this opportunity to remind you that if you go to my website, the first link in the description, you can access my full A1, A2, and B1 course and request private classes with me, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's go. So if you're still here, please, I know this is tiring. This is 30 minutes in, but longer because you had to do the exercises and pause the video. Stick with me. This is the last chapter and it will not get more complicated than this. Okay? So last one. Let's go. Passé composé. You know that when we use passé composé in French, we have to choose between two auxiliaires. Être ou avoir, right? Some verbs we use être, par exemple, je suis allé, I went to, blah blah blah. Some verbs we use avoir, like j'ai mangé, I ate, blah blah blah. Okay? So, which one to use? There is a very super easy rule in French. Every verb pronominal is using le verbe être. 100%, no exception. All of them. All of them, to the point that a verb that is usually using avoir will start to use être instead when we use the pronominal form, which is quite amazing when you think about it. I show you an example. Laver, which is to wash, is using avoir at passé composé, right? You say j'ai lavé, so I have washed, tu as lavé, you washed, il a lavé, he washed, etc. Par exemple, j'ai lavé mon chien, etc. But if I am using la forme pronominale se laver, like we have seen, so to wash yourself, to take a shower, then suddenly I use l'auxiliaire être instead. And I'm sure that right now you're thinking, oh man, that's so difficult. First, I had to learn for passé composé which one is using avoir, which one is using être, and now you tell me that when I change to pronominal form, I have to change the auxiliaire. I know it sounds difficult, but I swear that very quickly, once you get the thing in your mind, it's actually easier this way. Because now, you will see that with time, every verb pronominal, they will get logic in your mind. Like a verb pronominal is a verb pronominal. And so it's actually easier to say, okay, by default it's être and that's it. And I don't have to think about it. It's être. You will not in the future think that you have to change from avoir to être. You will just think, okay, verb pronominal être, that's it. I promise. Ça va? So you will say, je me suis lavé. I took a shower. When you say je me suis lavé, this is the most basic, most easy, most common way to say I took a shower in French. Or I washed myself in French. Je me suis lavé. Tu t'es lavé. Il s'est lavé. Nous nous sommes lavés. Vous vous êtes lavés. Ils se sont lavés. So, as you can see on the structure here, no real surprise actually. Very easy. It's just the same rule. Sujet, pronom, passé composé. It's exactly the same as before. Honestly, in terms of grammar, you cannot really say it's difficult because at least the rule, I mean, it's not easy, but at least the rule is always the same. Like sujet, pronom, verb, and that's it. Like there's no trick or anything. So this rule is the same as before for présent. Sujet, then the pronom, je me, tu te, il se, nous, vous, il se, and then le verbe, here passé composé. Donc, je me suis lavé, tu t'es lavé, etc. Like I said. That's pure, like, very logic actually. So now, the work that you have to do is that I think by now you get this logic, je me, tu te, il se, you get it, and you know passé composé. So now the work for you is just to link these two things in your mind, but like you have block A in your mind, you have block B in your mind. Now what you have to do is just to link A and B together. That's it. But it's just a bit of practice, and don't worry, it will become easy to you. Exercice numéro 5, pretty straightforward, I think. I would like you to conjugate all the verbs at passé composé. I have put an example here at the top, so yeah, you have everything to do it yourself. You can pause the video here and do it yourself. C'est bon? On regarde. Je me suis lavé ce matin. I took a shower this morning. Ils se sont retrouvés sur l'autoroute. They found themselves on the highway. Tu t'es souvenu de nous? Did you remember us? Je me suis amusé avec mes amis. I had fun with my friends. Elles se sont vues hier. They saw each other yesterday. Vous vous êtes réveillés trop tard. You woke up too late. Il s'est occupé de la cuisine. He took care of the kitchen. Nous nous sommes perdus dans la ville. We got lost in the city. Very fun example actually. Perdre mean to lose in French. Something like I lose my phone, I lost my wallet, something like this. Se perdre, de forme pronominale, means to lose yourself. Like you're in a new city and you lose yourself, you don't know where you are. Ça va? Très bien. No, I told you that passé composé is sujet, pronom, passé composé. No, I am not looking at a verb pronominal anymore. I'm looking at regular passé composé. Okay? When I say j'ai lavé mon chien, I washed my dog. This is pure regular passé composé. Sujet, and then est lavé is passé composé, right? Normal, no trick. But you know that passé composé is composed of two parts. L'auxiliaire et le participe passé, right? When I say j'ai lavé mon chien, so I have the sujet, l'auxiliaire here is avoir, and the participe passé, laver. I have washed my dog. Alright? Très bien. What about a negative sentence? So now, I am not using a verb pronominal anymore. This is a regular sentence. Can you put this sentence negative? This should be easy to you. I mean, if you are watching this part of the video, you should be clear with passé composé. So how would you turn this sentence negative? Je n'ai pas lavé mon chien, right? This is the regular way to make negative sentences at passé composé. We put ne pas on one side and the other of the auxiliaire. So here, je n'ai pas lavé mon chien. Okay? What about pour les verbes pronominaux? And this will be the last grammar structure that we look at. Can you try to guess? For example, if I want to say like I didn't shower this morning, so passé composé négatif, how will it sound like? Pay attention to the fact that mon chien will disappear because now I'm talking about myself and I have to change avoir to être, right? And I have to add the pronom, so it will look like je ne me suis pas lavé ce matin. I didn't shower. I didn't wash myself. As always, we try to keep the pronoun and the verb together. So here the pronoun sticks to the auxiliaire, just like for regular passé composé. And we have this ne pas on one side and the other of the auxiliaire. So this is really the most logical way to do from everything we saw so far. Okay? If this looks difficult for you, please understand that this is actually not difficult for you. If what you saw before was logical, then this is logical as well. It looks confusing because you have so many parts adding up now, so different parts adding up in the same structure, but this is not difficult. It's just a lot to take right now at one time, but it's not difficult in itself. Like, it's just logic. Ok? Très bien. Donc, Je ne me suis pas lavé. I didn't shower. Tu ne t'es pas lavé. You didn't wash yourself. Elle ne s'est pas lavée. She didn't wash herself. Nous ne nous sommes pas lavés. We didn't wash ourselves. And yes, this is really the normal way to say. Nous ne nous. I know it sounds a bit strange, but that's the way. Nous ne nous sommes pas lavés. Vous ne vous êtes pas lavés. Ils ne se sont pas lavés. Ça va? Très bien. So you can take as much time as you want to pause the video and really try to get the grammar structure. This is the most complex part of the video. And at the same time, this is quite short to explain because that's it. That's all there is to it. The structure is the same all the time, 100%, no exception. So now it's just about practicing, you know. We can do 2 last exercises. First one, I want you to conjugate these sentences. I took the same sentences as before, so it's less difficult. Okay, you saw these sentences before. I want you to conjugate them negative. Tu peux mettre la vidéo en pause ici et faire l'exercice. C'est bon? On regarde. Je ne me suis pas lavé ce matin. I didn't shower this morning. Je ne me suis pas perdu dans la ville. I didn't get lost in the city. Elle ne s'est pas retrouvée sur l'autoroute. She didn't end up on the highway. Vous ne vous êtes pas souvenu de nous. You didn't remember us. Ils ne se sont pas amusés avec le chien. They didn't have fun with the dog. Nous ne nous sommes pas vus hier, sorry. We didn't saw each other yesterday. Tu ne t'es pas réveillé. You didn't wake up. Ça va? And dernier exercice, last one. If you watch the video from the beginning and did all the exercises, I think it's getting a bit tired now. Yeah, so this one will be the last exercise. Tu t'es lavé ce matin. So I want you to answer the questions, just like we did before. So passé composé, forme pronominale. Oui et non. Pay attention to if I ask a question with tu, I should answer with je, right? Same. Vous should be answered with nous, right? Yep. C'est bon? On regarde. Tu t'es lavé ce matin? Did you shower this morning? Oui, je me suis lavé ce matin. Yes, I showered this morning. Vous vous êtes perdu en ville? Oula. Non, nous ne nous sommes pas perdus en ville. No, we didn't got lost in the city. Vous vous êtes promené hier? Non, nous ne nous sommes pas promenés hier. No, we didn't took a walk yesterday. Tu t'es réveillé à 7 heures? Oui, je me suis réveillé à 7 heures. Yes, I woke up at 7 a.m. Tu t'es bien préparé? Did you get ready well? Non, je ne me suis pas bien préparé. No, I didn't get ready well. Elle s'est souvenue de toi? Did she remember you? Non, elle ne s'est pas souvenue de moi. No, she didn't remember me. Okay, that's it. That's it for today. I honestly don't know if if people are actually watching the whole video from beginning to the end, doing the exercises and everything, but if you did for this video and you reached this point, then honestly, congratulations, because this is a heavy topic. It must have took you more than an hour at this point, so really, congratulations, this is a heavy topic. I really hope, man, that the video was helpful for you. I really tried my best, honestly, to explain the topic in the clearest way, easiest way as possible, really trying to find a good balance between explaining the logic and the heavy grammar structure as well. So I did the best I could for this time. Maybe in the future I can do better, but for now, this is the best I can do. Okay? Good luck for your learning. À bientôt, mon pote. Ciao.